And so here we go for the 11th round of the season. We're at Robina Park in New Zealand. Now this is the first round of the season where we will no longer have pre-qualifying for the rest of the season, as we have 22 teams left after Spain's exit and the previous round. However, at the end of the 12th round we'll lose 2 more countries, so that'll give us our final 20. Currently the last 2 spots go to Canada and Argentina. Can they turn their fortune around before the end of the 12th round? Well, let's get into the group qualifying sessions and find out. And so here we go, we are on to the first group qualifying session. Now who's going to go there first? Try to set the benchmark time for this group to try and beat. 12 minutes on the clock out to Robina Park, and we just got to sit back and find out who's going to first. Oh, we got someone's going to go first. That is Walter Brunn from Switzerland. 1 minute 4.1, a very good time for the Swissman. Will that be enough for him to hold on to the lead? Will it be enough for him to get into the race? Because remember, top 11 for each group goes into the race, with the fastest times determining the grid. And Jorge Recalde goes even faster by 200ths of a second with 104.1 as he's chasing behind Vic Preston from Kenya. Of course, Vic Preston is only doing his flying lap now. We've got Kichi Suzuki third, then it's Joe Gartner who's slow at the moment. Nigel Mansell goes third fast with a 104.6. Really bad time for Nelson Piquet. 4 seconds behind the Argentine of Recalde to do a 108.0, so he's clearly had an issue. Either he made a driver mistake or he got held up with traffic. I'm assuming traffic because everyone's on the track. Blomqvist goes into 7th. Red Cook goes into 7th. Michele Alboreto goes fastest, 103.9 is the Italian's time. And I think we've got someone coming into the pits. That's Walter Brunn in the pit lane now. So Boots is in the bubble. PK and Heimrich are in danger of not qualifying for this race. So focus on Nelson Piquet because of his very slow time. Okay, so he's half a second behind Alboreto's time, but he's surely going to be a lot faster than 108.0. Vic Preston goes into 12th. Mark Galvin is 5th fastest at the moment. He's got some drivers coming into the pits. PK staying out, try and improve his time. He really needs to improve his time. Mark Stewart goes 8th fastest. Carry across the line. PK goes into 14th with a 105.5. 3 seconds faster, but it's not gaining that many positions. Still in danger of going out. So it's Alboreto first, Recalde second, Stefan Bellof is chasing Lauda in the championship is third. Els Angeles is 4th, 5th Walter Brunn, Kichizuki 6th, Rosberg is 7th, Sura 8th, Stefan Johansson is sitting 9th, so we've got a bit of a ding-dong going on in this group he's stuck in. And Mark Galvin in the rest of your top 10 with Nigel Mansell in the bubble. Can he improve 105.5? Can he get himself into the top 11? He goes into 12th. He's just behind by 200 a second behind Nigel Mansell. Oh man, so close, but just yet so far. But he's still got 6.5 minutes left of the session. Oh, let's take Blomqvist. He's going to make his way across the line. He improves his time, goes into the bubble in 11th, pushes Mansell down to 12th, and PK goes down to 13th. So what about Thierry Boots? Thierry Boots is kind of sitting in the pits at the moment. So this will be an amazing result for Cal, because in fact Argentina really needs to get into this race because they are sitting they're bottom of the nation's table in 22nd. Remember, 21st and 22nd gets eliminated at the end of the next round. So Recalde really needs to give Argentina a good result if he's to make it to the race. He's got less than 6 minutes to go just to hang in there. He's just got to hang in the top 11. But to be second fastest in this group, that is going to help, would help him tremendously in the getting a good grid slot. Oh, Joe Gartner out of nowhere goes into 8th. He pushes Blomqvist into out of the top 11, and Mark Galva goes into the bubble. Joe Gartner, of course, the replacement for Gerhard Berger, has been suspended for the rest of the season after being suspended the first time round, which got Joe Gartner to debut in the second time round of the shenanigans of the oval race, which was an absolute disaster for the Formulalympics in general, with how badly it ended up becoming, with the reverse grid race in Formula 2 being the final straw decided to call the whole thing off. But it might not be necessary. Here we go. Thierry Boots starts his flying lap now. PK right behind him will be starting his flying lap also. So just gotta watch out for everyone else coming across the finish line, but I don't see anyone improving. Mark Stewart goes second fast, he gets ahead of Jorge Recalde. So Mark Stewart only a tenth behind Alboreto now. Lou Baker proves time, stays 21st here, and going through sector 1. He's only just under 300 of a second slower. Lars Viggo Jensen goes to the 10th. He pushes Mark Galvin into the danger zone. The Irishman's been really struggling this season, with Ireland only just about staying in the top 20 thanks to his teammate Derry Daly. Now Thierry Boutsen goes 1/10 faster. Stefan Johansson goes into second position right now. Stefan Bellof goes into second position. Everyone's making their way up the order, just not able to beat Alboreto's time, but can Thierry Boutsen change that? He's only got one corner left to go. There's Nelson Piquet right behind him. I think Alboreto's just going back out. And here we go, coming across the line. What is Thierry Boutsen's time going to be? 103.6. He goes into first. Piquet goes into second with a 103.8. 2/10 slower than the Belgian. So the two big names in this group that were in the danger zone, they see themselves in the top 2 now. Turn things around. So he pushes Jensen and Joe Gardner into the danger zone, and in the bubble is now the Finnish driver of Keke Rosberg. Interestingly, eyes will be on next. Eyes will now be on Marian Jetti. He's 21st. Lars Vegas Jensen beats Rosberg, goes into the bubble in 11th, but Andretti's really struggling here. He needs to up his pace. I mean, he's got to try and find about 2 seconds, or almost exactly 2.1 seconds to try and beat Lars Vegas Jensen and get into this race. Because Marian Jetti, the precious well training house, we expect great things from him in the season. He has moment of brilliance, but here is not going so well at the moment. He's got less than a minute, just over a minute left of the session, so he'll only have time for one more go at this. That's if he doesn't go into the pits. And here we go, around the final corner. Nelson Piquet goes even faster, but he's still behind Boutsen by 1/10 of a second. Jetti going across the line. He goes into 14th. That's not going to be enough for him to get into the race. So he's got one last lap here. Can he make this happen? Of course, same can be said with Keke Rosberg. Can he do something to get himself back to the top 11? Because we expect Keke Rosberg to be up there. And it's just not happening so far. Coming in the first sector, Marian Jetti really stuck behind traffic. He's half a second down. Joe Gardner is not really doing any favours for the American. He needs to try and find his way through, and quickly. But I don't think he's going to have enough time to be able to get past the Austrian and get across the line to improve his time. Yeah, Andretti's really struggling here. I think it's fair to say Andretti's not going to improve his time, and he might end up not qualifying for this race. Nigel Mansell goes to the 10th. He pushes Jensen into the danger zone. Keiichi Suzuki now goes into the bubble. So people are improving the times up there. Marian Jetti's about his time. He knows he's done for the day, so he's going to the pits. Followed by Mark Stewart, who'll go into the pits as well. But man, this has been a crazy first session. Looks like Alboreto is going to be first and stay there, but Boutsen and Piquet came back swinging and took the Italian by surprise by going faster than him. And here we go, Piquet's last try to finish his lap to end the session. He doesn't improve his time, he does stay in second, however. So here is the results. So I've got a bit of a lag issue. And here we go, here is the official times. Thierry Boutsen wins this group with Nelson Piquet in second. Alboreto goes into third with Stefan Bellof taking fourth. Stefan Johansson rounds up the top 5. And there's Mark Stewart, Jorge Recalde getting a much needed result for Argentina. Ellis Angeles is in 8th, Walter Brunn 9th. 10th place is Nigel Mansell, and the final driver to qualify in this first group is Keiichi Suzuki from Japan, which means we say goodbye to Lars Viggo Jensen, Keke Rosberg, Joe Gardner, Andretti, Galvin, Blomqvist, the New Zealanders in their home race, Lou Baker, Vic Preston, and Ludwig Heimrich. So with that qualifying session out of the way, it is time for the second group qualifying and see who will be joining them for the race. And here we go, here is our second group of drivers for this qualifying session, and among them is the current championship leader of Nikki Lauda, who is 7 points ahead of Bellof and Alboreto, who were in the first group. They have already qualified for the race. Can he do the same? As we're on board, I believe this is indeed the championship leader of Nikki Lauda we're on board with. So we'll sit back and watch on and see how well he performs. Gotta watch out for Ayrton Senna as well, who is also in this second group. In fact, it might actually be Ayrton Senna ahead of him as well. So the two drivers to watch out for, well, they're the first two out, and they'll be the ones setting the benchmark for everyone to try and beat. And we should find out, because Ayrton Senna had struggled in the last couple of races. In South Africa, Spain failed to qualify, and in the previous round in Australia, he only finished in 17th position. But Nikki Lauda didn't qualify in South Africa, came 4th in Spain, and only 10th in Australia. Whoa! Jean-Paul Liebert getting in the way there. That's not going to do Lauda any favours there. That was a pretty close call between him and Jean-Paul Liebert. Well, that's going to ruin Lauda's chances of beating Ayrton Senna's benchmark time, that's for sure. Almost everyone's on the track, just waiting for one more driver to go, and then that's everybody out and ready. So we're just going to see what Ayrton Senna's benchmark time is and how far behind Lauda will be after that little incident between him and Liebert. Of course, Lauda's also got Jeff Brabham right behind him as well, who's trying to do his flying lap. Because Jeff Brabham's been very hit and miss so far this season. He is currently sitting in 11th position. Got a podium and a second place finish, but those two finishes are the only point he scored. In fact, we got someone off the track, it looks like. I think we've had an incident in the first corner. We need to get a replay and find out who that is and find out what has happened. Let's see, right here. Find out who is it. Oh, we've got another incident. Oh, Manfred Winkelhock's had an incident. What's happened to him? Okay, coming out of the pit lane. Let's see, coming onto the track. Oh, gets into a tangle with Marco Allen. Okay. And oh, he got sideswiped by someone else there. So who was that that hit him? Was that a Cheever, I believe that was? No, it's Alan Prost that hit him. Okay, so that's not great. That's not a good start for you from there. And I imagine this what's caused the other drivers to go off. Try and find out who it is. Oh, if I can, that might help. So that's McHogg. That's not him. Who is it? It's Alan Prost, actually. Yeah, oh, it is Alan Prost. Okay. So this will be just moves after the collision. There's Winkelhock trying to get back on the track, and Prost just came to a stop. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, that's interesting indeed. But anyway, let's back to this action. We'll hopefully find out. Ayrton Senna just a 1 minute 4.4. Lauda's 1 6.4. Brabham is second. So I think Alan Prost is still on the track somewhere. So Senna first, Brabham second, not Walter Brundle, he's in the first group. Martin Brundle in his second ever Formula race in third, 1 6.006. Lauda fourth. Arnew and Denarvis, the next two drivers, so this too slow at the moment. Well, I say that Oscar Ruri goes into third. Canada are pushing hard to get a decent result. No, not Canada. Argentina are pushing hard to get a decent result because they do not want to be amidst the bottom two at the end of the 12th round. And right now, they are bottom of the standings. So let's get on board. We'll go back on board with Nikki Lauda. Hopefully he can improve his time. Maybe catch up to Ayrton Senna. Of course, he's got to push hard if he wants to try and get a good grid position as well, should he make it to the race. And Jacques Villeneuve goes second fastest, so Jacques Villeneuve is trying to push hard as well. So Senna first, Villeneuve second, Brown third, Arie Luyendyk is in fourth, Jan Lammers fifth, Oscar Ruri sixth, Martin Brundle, seventh. Well, I said Neil Krang goes. Oh, okay, Derek Daly second. Okay, Krang eighth. No, Chiva goes fourth. Okay, Martin Brundle 10th. In the bubble is Roberto Guerrero. As I say, he's now in the danger zone because Rene Arnew goes 5th fastest. Oh man, starting to keep up at the moment. Lauda's in the pit, so he is currently 15th in the danger zone at the moment. But of course, all that matters is towards the end. Winkelhock is still yet to set a lap time, and a couple of other drivers as well. but hopefully Winkhawk can get back on the track and get going, because he really needs it. Wow, Sarah van der Merwe out of nowhere goes fastest. The South African, 103.9. Of course, South Africa is 18th this time, so and they're probably, I think they're the top placed team with no points, so they technically could potentially be at risk of being eliminated at the end of the 12th round. So Sarah van der Merwe, that's a really good time there from him. Senna improves his time, he stays second. Jean-Paul Lieber improves his time, Guerra improves his time as well, but neither of them made out of the top 11. Derek Daly doesn't improve his time, he stays third. Jacques Villeneuve fourth. Chivas in the pits, that's Arnu in sixth. He's trying to cross the line. Is he going to improve his time? No, he does not. Not this time. Jeff Brabham in seventh, ahead of Nagasaka from Japan, who's sitting 8th fastest so far. And looks like Brabham is struggling. He at the moment, Nagasaka's in the pits, Lewandik's in the pits, Lammers in the pits. The two Dutch drivers in the top 10, just ahead of the man in the bubble, which is now Oscar Leruri. Now Leruri and Lammers are only saved by 0.03 of a second. So I'm still going to probably be on Leruri because he is trying to push hard to get into the race, trying to help Argentina's cause to stay in the championship. I think somebody's gone off the track. I'm not sure if it's with help about the pits. Jacques Villeneuve improved his time in 4th position. But he is still 200 of a second behind Derry Daly from Ireland. And that Lauda should be underway now to start his flying laps. Looks like some drivers are coming out onto the track, but thankfully it's not going to be held up by anybody. There we go, and now he's on the bow. Interestingly, Chetamel is second slowest at the moment in 19th. It's very surprising because we've seen Chetamel do very, very well this season, but I guess he's just not suited to this track, which is a fair enough reason. But of course, Kenya have been probably one of the big surprises of the season. We probably expect Kenya to be among the slowest teams, but no, they're 16th at the moment. Chetamel is getting their only points, which is 4, and they're sure that the bottom place team to have points, but still 16th, comfortably in the top 20. And we've had an incident. Walter Brunn has had a crash, so Walter Brunn has gone off. Okay, let's find out what happened. No, Brunn. I'm sorry, it's Martin Brundle, not Walter Brunn. I'm sorry, I'm so used to BRU standing for Brunn. Slow coming out of the pits. Did he have a tangle with Alan Prost? Prost got dash wing. Oh, Prost goes right to the back of Brundle and sends him off the track. I don't know if he had an issue there, but that was very, very aggressive there from Alan Prost. That could be under investigation. Somebody else is going off. We've got 2 drivers who have yet to set a time. Winkhawk's one of them. Okay, let's get a replay and find out who this other driver is, if it is someone else. Okay, trying to figure out who it is. Okay, trying to find who it is, if possible. Just bear with me, and it is. That is Alan. It is Alan Prost. It's off. I'm guessing this is straight after. Oh, he struggled here in the corner. And I'm guessing his damage wing is what it caused. Yeah, he's completely lost his braking. So Alan Prost has got a broken wing and he's just unable to do anything. So yeah, Prost is unable to set a time. Winkhawk is unable to set a time, but because Winkhawk had a huge accident quite early on. Nikki Lauda improves his time, goes into 4th. He is behind Senna, but he is out of the danger zone. Leroy's been pushing the danger zone. He's trying to find 0.03 of a second to try and beat Jan Lammers for the final spot in 11th. But of course, we've got 3.5 minutes left of the session, so anything is still possible here. So no one really knows what's happened, but I think it's fair to say both Winkhawk and Prost are not going to be able to set a time at all this session, and thus their sessions will have been over before it really started. And we've got a bit of an incident here. Is this Winkhawk is in the way? Yeah, Winkhawk is unable to get going. He's wanting to try and set a time, but his car is so badly damaged he's unable to do it. He's caused a huge traffic jam. So Scheckter Meta goes into 5th. He pushes Lammers into the danger zone. So Ari Lewandijk is now in the bubble. Winkhawk and Prost are probably going to be getting in trouble because they're trying to trying to do something that they're unable to do, which is set time. Yeah, now he's held up shout out Meta there. So I think it's fair to say Prost and Winkhawk are going to be in trouble. And let's say that James Windsor goes into 10th. He pushes Lundick into the danger zone. Nagasaki goes into the bubble now. Brown improves his time in 7th position, just behind Jacques Villeneuve. But it looks like, I think Winkhawk is current by just saying time, but the problem is he's going to be like miles behind everyone. Aaron Senna, 10th faster than Sarah van der Merwe. Can he beat the South African and go into pole position? I mean, Van der Merwe's held on to first place for a really long time this session. Who would have thought that was going to happen? It's certainly not me. And Oscar Ruiz had a crash. I think he must have been hit by someone coming out of the pit lane. Okay, no, he's trying to get out on the track. Okay, who hit him? Leroy was desperate trying to get out. Let's check the meta. Oh no, it's going to be Neil Krang. Oh, huge crash there for both drivers. And I think that could be it for Leroy's chances of making it to the race. I don't think it's fair to say it was just a racing incident between Krang and Leroy. Neil Krang was struggling as it is to make it to the race. I don't think he's going to make it anyway. One car to go for Aaron Senna. Can he get around De Narvis? Can he go faster than Van der Merwe? Or will he be stuck in second position? Oh no, he's going to be stuck in second. Roberto Guerrero goes to 10th, trying to keep Colombia hopes alive to make it to the race. Maybe we've got James Windsor in the bubble for Denmark, who's just trying to give Denmark a good bit of hope for the race. But he's, well, 3.5 seconds off, so he's clearly had issues with traffic. I'm assuming it must be. Okay, we got someone else is off, and it's not Krang. I believe that this will be Prost. Yes, most likely Alan Prost. He's just got one car to go there. Is he going to complete it, or is he going to abandon the lap and go in the pit? No, he's going to complete the lap. Here comes Aaron Senna to make its way across the finish line. What's the time going to be? It's going to be 1:03.5. He goes fastest in this group, 4 times faster than Sarah van der Merwe. Merwe goes down to second. Derek Daly still third. Lauda finishes. He's in the pit lane, so he's going to end this session. Temporary fourth. I say Jan Lammers goes to the third. He pushes James Windsor out of the top 11, so James Windsor will not make it to the race. So we got a Dutch driver into the race. Aaron Lewin, his teammate Lauren Deck is in the pit, so he's pretty much out of the running. Roberto Guerrero in the bubble now, trying to see if he can improve his time, get ahead of Rennie Arnew, push him into the bubble. So we got a couple other drivers still left on the track. Liebert, Krang, Brundle in the pits, and Denarv is kind of slowest. Aichi would go third fastest. Gets ahead of Jan Lammers, trying to give a good result for America since his teammate Andretti had an absolute nightmare of a session here in New Zealand, which is way below the American standard. And here comes Roberto Guerrero to make his way across the finish line. I think he's going to improve his time. Can he improve his position? No, he does neither. He does not improve his time or position, so he's still 11th. And that's a bit of a surprise, but let's see what about everyone else in this session. Let's see, that's only one driver left to finish. Oh, I said, nope, that's, okay, I'm wrong, at the end of the session. Okay, so here is the grid. So we've got Ayrton Senna, who wins this group with a 1:03.5. Sarah van der Merwe, a huge surprise to everyone to be second fastest, ahead of Achiever. Jan Lammers takes 4th, Derek Daly 5th, Nikki Lauda having to sell for 6th position, Sheta Meta 7th, Jacques Villeneuve is in 8th, Jeff Brabham 9th, Rennie Arnew 10th, and the final spot going to Roberto Guerrero in 11th place. So we say goodbye to James Windsor, Nagasaka, Lewandijk, Leroy, Jean-Paul Liebert, Neil Krang, Martin Brundle, Marco Allen, and Mauricio De Narves. Meanwhile, Prost and Winkhawk did set lap times. Prost with a 1:59.8, which is only 56 seconds slower, and Winkhawk's best time is a 10 minutes 11.7, which is fair to say 9 minutes slower than Ayrton Senna. So it's fair to say Prost and Winkhawk didn't make it to the race. But anyway, it's on to the grid to find out how everything stacks up. And here we go, onto the grid lamp. Ayrton Senna's in pole position, Thierry Boots is in second, Nelson Piquet third, Michele Alboreto is fourth, with Stefan Bellof and Van der Merwe on row 3. Stefan Johansson is 7th with Mark Stewart in 8th position, Aichi in 9th, and Jorge Ricciardi for Argentina rounds off the top 10. El Sanchez in 11th with Walter in 12th. Mansell and Suzuki are on row 7, and then it is Jan Laurens and Derek Daly row 8. 17th is Nikki Lauda, Sheta Metis 18th, 19th Jacques Villeneuve, 20th is Jeff Brabham, with Rene Arnoux and Roberto Guerrero on the back row of the grid. So with Nikki Lauda solo down the grid, with Alboreto, Piquet and Senna towards the front, this gives the three of them a good opportunity to dethrone Nikki Lauda for the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Meanwhile, Jacques Villeneuve and Ricciardi may have made it to the race, but Ricciardi in the top 10, giving Argentina a good opportunity to get themselves out of the bottom 2 spots to not be eliminated at the end of the next round. With Jacques Villeneuve making it to the race, can either of these drivers get their teams out of the bottom 2? We will get into this race and find out right now. Okay, so here we go for the race around New Zealand with Ayrton Senna in pole position, Thierry Boots in 2nd and Nelson Piquet in 3rd. They get the bonus points. With championship leader Nikki Lauda starting all the way down in 17th, he's going to have his work cut out trying to stay ahead of Bellof, Alboreto, Piquet, Senna, Boutsen and De Angelis in the championship. Will Lauda be able to pull it off? Well, let's get into this race and find out. Of course, we gotta worry about other stuff like Ricciardi and keeping Argentina's chances alive to stay to the final 20. And we are underway. It looks like it was a really good start there from Ayrton Senna as they're making their way down towards the first corner. But here comes Thierry Boutsen though, trying to take an early lead of the race for Belgium. And it looks like Boutsen may actually go and do it, but Senna is not going to have any of it. So let's get the cars back to the pits before stuff happens. So Boutsen does go to the lead of the race. Oh, goes sideways and touches Ayrton Senna. And thankfully able to keep the car facing the right direction. So Senna leads, Boutsen 2nd, Piquet is 3rd. I will go trouble already. Roberto Guerrero has gone off. He's not the other one. Nikki Lauda has also gone off, and Lauda is not going anywhere. Okay, well I say that Lauda might actually be on the move. We need to get a replay find out what happened to both Lauda and Guerrero. Not a good start for them. They were stuck towards the back. Nikki Lauda really, Guerrero actually got a good start. He started last in 20 seconds, but managed to make a few places. Contact between him and Lauda. Slight bit of touches, and both of them go off the road. So go from Lauda's perspective. Oh yeah, just a slight bit of contact, and that was enough to send them both off the road. Okay, but both of them still in the race, but it's going to cost them time. But now Jorge Ricciardi wait's gone round, and this is a huge problem actually for himself and for Argentina. Okay, we can find what's happened. He's actually blocking down the road as well. It's not a good place. Okay, was there contact with someone else? Someone there? Coming down now with his Mark Stewart right next to him. Oh, slight touch from Stewart. That was enough to spin him round. Okay, that's gonna be a huge problem. So the Brabham is stuck, and okay, Ricciardi is out of the race, and that's Guerrero's off again. So Guerrero has had another incident. Once again, he's able to get back in the race. Okay, we need to get a replay of Guerrero. Okay, pushed too hard and just lost it. Okay, so that was a lot of drama for the first lap, but here we go, starting lap 2 now. Ayrton Senna leads, Boutsen 2nd, Piquet 3rd, Alboreto 4th, Stefan Bellof 5th, Sarah van der Merwe 6th for South Africa, Mark Stewart 7th, Stefan Johansson 8th, Aichi 9th, Walter Brun rounding off your top 10. Alright, so that was a very, very dramatic first lap, but worryingly for Argentina, with Ricciardi retiring, that means Argentina are guaranteed to still be bottom of the standings, which means they've only got one more round left until the bottom 2 go. And right now, speaking of that, Jacques Villeneuve, with Canada being among the bottom 2, he's currently sitting 17th. To get Ireland into the danger zone, he would need to finish 14th or better. And Ireland right now have got Derek Daly sitting 13th, so actually it's going to be quite a difficult situation. Now Nikki Lauda's gone off, and now Jeff Brabham's gone off from those at the back. Okay, wow, we've got a lot of incidents happening, and it's involving Lauda. Okay, coming on the right hander. Contact between him and Brabham, they go off together. Looks like they're both able to get back in the race, but that's going to cost them time. However, so Lauda's really struggling on this track, especially when he's starting toward so low down the field to begin with. Fastest time set by Michele Alboreto with a 106.1, and he's staying fourth for the moment, trying to chase down the two Brazilians and Thierry Boutsen. Okay, well, of course, according to this round, Nikki Lauda does have a 7-point lead. Oh, I scratch that right now. Jan Lauda sets the fastest lap 106.0, and he's down in 16th position, trying to chase Nigel Mansell for the Brits. Well, from the Brits, sorry. But anyway, Nikki Lauda 7 points ahead of Bellof and Alboreto coming to this round, who are only 1 point further ahead of PK and another further point ahead of Ayrton Senna. So right now, Ayrton Senna, as it stands, probably would end up retaking the lead of the championship, and PK probably will be third, because I think Bellof would be going to second. Just very quick calculation that might not, which might not turn out to be actually wrong, most likely. They're looking further down, I think. Looks like everyone's going to be a bit cautious about to overtake. Roberto Guerrero saying the fastest lap of the race, 105.7. That's a very impressive time from the Colombian, showing he is pushing hard to try and catch up to the rest of the field. He's got Arnoux and Villeneuve he's chasing down. He's about 4 seconds behind, but if he's saying the fastest lap, well, he's setting himself in a good position to get himself back in the ride to maybe try and claw back a couple of decent positions if possible. You know, and we've had an incident. Mark Sewer's had a crash. Off goes Mark Sewer. That's going to push him down the order. We'll find out what's happened to the Swissman. Okay, was there contact? We must have had contact. Or was it a driver mistake? So that is, this will be, that's Sarah van der Merwe in front. So he was in 7th. Did we try and go for the inside line, or did he make a mistake? Oh no, Stefan Johansson tried to make the pass. Oh, contact between him and the Swede of Johansson, and that's what sent Mark Sewer off the road. Okay, that was a daring move there from the Swede. This driver, and it seems to come back to bite him because he's gone off again. That's going to let Chief get past. Now Jacques Villeneuve has had an incident. Okay, we need to find out what's happened to Villeneuve as well. But it looks like Mark Sewer is going to be out of the race, which is going to be a huge disappointment for Switzerland, because they were doing well, being in 7th and 10th respectively, so set to get some points. But now the prep is really going down to Walter Brun here. The Jacques Villeneuve, not too far away of where Sewer was. So René Arnoux makes a move, and Arnoux caught him. He goes well off the road. Whoa, bit airborne there. And it actually goes into the wall. Okay, so Villeneuve has had a huge crash. Okay, so that's really not good news for the Canadian, but he is still going, but it looks like he's going to a crawl, and that is Mark Sewer out of the race. Senna goes under 116 as he's trying to pull away from Thierry Boutsen. In fact, Villeneuve's going really slow. I think Villeneuve, the impact that crash had has caused really bad damage. His car is completely ruined, but he's got the front runners about to come up and lap him, so he's going to have to move out the way or get off the road before he ends up causing a huge problem for all the competitors here. So we've had quite a lot of drama at this race already, and we're only about to start the 13th lap of 61. So what other bit of shenanigans can we see happen here? 105.8, 105.7 from Boutsen. So only slightly faster than PK, but considerably faster than Alboreto and Bellof in that last lap. But now he's going to try and find his way past the Canadian of Jacques Villeneuve. Not bad with how damaged his car is, he's not going to be able to get Canada out of the bottom 2 in the nation's table to ensure they get to be in the final 20. But speaking of that, Derek Daly for Ireland looks like he's West of Saturday now, he's threatening to get past New Zealand, so they could be the new team at risk of going out if Canada and Argentina do well, which would be really bad news for them, especially when this is their home race and neither drivers qualified for the race. So Senna still holding on behind Jacques Villeneuve. Is going to be It's going to be quite difficult for Senna to pass him, I believe. But I'm pretty sure Ayrton Senna will find his way through. In fact, this Thierry Boutsen tried to put the pressure on Ayrton Senna, try and make the move to try and take the lead in the race. A very cheeky move there from the Belgian, but it didn't look like it wanted to hit us. Ayrton Senna trying to move on Jacques Villeneuve, and Ayrton Senna looks like he's made it, just about made it through. Now can Thierry Boutsen and Nelson Piquet get past him as well? He's going to pass him as quickly as they can before they end up losing contact with Ayrton Senna. Oh man, the damage to the front wing is... I'm surprised Jacques Bellof was able to keep the car going with how badly mangled it is. Or the fact he has to come to the pits to replace it. Because he knows he's going to be stuck, he's probably stuck in the back. He's just got to hope that other drivers D and F just to try and make their way up the order. That's if it happens. Thierry Boutsen goes fastest in this race, 105.3, which is about 7 tenths faster than Ayrton Senna on that last lap. So he's pushing hard to ensure that he gets past, well, catches up to the Brazilian, I should say, sorry. And that's Piquet successfully lapping Jacques Villeneuve. And it looks like Alboreto and Bellof are going to be struggling to try and find their way through, which means this could give Piquet a chance to pull away to keep his third place secure. Meanwhile, down at the back, Jeff Brabham, it goes faster this lap. He is currently the 19th, 105.1 is his time. Very, very good time from the Australian. There he is, he's behind Nikki Lauda, who is stuck behind Roberto Guerrero, who's stuck behind Arnoux. And that is, oh, Jan Lammers has gone off. Oh, huge off there from the Dutchman. And Nigel Mansell's also gone off as well. He looks like he's under the barrier, and it looks like Mansell is not going anyway, so he might be out of the race. Like I said, Mansell is on the move again, but that was not what he needed. Nelson Piquet goes fast with a 104.7, but we need to first see what happened to Jan Lammers and Mansell. I believe they must have come together, so it'll be the same corner. Okay, so Lammers chasing down Nigel Mansell. Was he trying to figure out making a pass? Sure was. Anyway, we're in the left-hander. I believe there'll be contact. Yes, slight touch. Off goes Lammers, and Mansell, I believe, went into the wall. Oh, back into the wall around the front. So his rear wing will be damaged around his front wing. So kind of reverse lap into Jacques Villeneuve. But yeah, 104.7 is the fast lap of the race set by Nelson Piquet. Just to really trying to ensure that he gets as far away from Villeneuve as possible. So Lammers and Mansell are both still in the race, so they've dropped to 18th and 19th, but they are still ahead of Jacques Villeneuve at the moment. There goes Michele Alboreto once again. He's going to have to try and find his way past the Canadian of Jacques Villeneuve. Here's Stefan Bellof. Stefan Bellof trying to make a manoeuvre and made a cheeky move to get into 4th place, so he gets past the Italian. It's exactly what he needs to try and make sure he stays ahead. Get West Germany to stay ahead of Italy in the nation's table. But he really needs to try and get past Jacques Villeneuve in his very slow car, well, his badly damaged car, to try and ensure that he can get as far away from Alboreto as possible. Here we go, here's your race leader Ayrton Senna currently in the final car to start the second half of the race, and it looks like Alboreto has finally got past Jacques Villeneuve, but can he make much of a comeback now? And here we go, checking the progress. The biggest gainer in this race, that is René Arnoux and Roberto Guerrero have gained the most positions, but of course they started at the back of the grid in 21st and 22nd. Then the next biggest gainer in this race is Scheckter Metter. He started down in 18th position, but he's made his way to 12th and doing really, really well. Biggest losers left in this race, Nigel Mansell's lost the most positions from 13th down to 19th. But of course he had a big off with Jan Lammers, and he is the second biggest loser, down in 18th position. He started 15th, but he dropped to 18th. Then the other losers left in the race, Villeneuve, Johansson and Alboreto, but they only lost 1 position each. So they haven't lost that much, but still tying for third biggest losers in this race. So we're getting closer to lap 34.61. The question is looming on when are the drivers going to come into pit. I imagine it'll be, I believe there'll be like one will come in the pits like lap 42, maybe one 43, maybe 44. or they might stay out even longer than that, who knows. But all I know is I imagine it's going to be a chaotic chain of events going on. And speaking of chaotic chain of events, Jeff Brabham's had a crash. I'm not really sure he's going to be able to get back on the track. Okay, I believe Brabham might have an incident with Jan Lammers. Did Jan Lammers try to make a move, or did he try to make a move on Nikki Lauda? Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, that's Jan Lammers trying to make the move. I imagine there's going to be contact. Yes, there was contact. Lammers went off, but he got back on the track immediately, but he fell behind Nigel Mansell. Jeff Brabham, I imagine, is going to be out of the race. That corner has taken so many, caused so many drivers this race, and Brabham is the newest casualty to that list. And I believe Brabham is about to retire from the race. That will help Villeneuve go into 19th, but 19th is not going to be enough. Villeneuve needs 14th or better, and well, as it stands, he's nowhere close to 19th. Yep, that's Brabham out of the race. Is confirmation there. But he needs to try to do as quick as he can if he wants to ensure he can stay ahead of the train, keep them held up by the back marker Jacques Villeneuve. In fact, we had a huge crash. Mansell and Lammers again have had a big crash, but it looks like Mansell's able to get back on the track, and I think Lammers this time will not be able to return to the track. Okay, once again, Lammers and Mansell crashed into each other. Did Lammers try and make a pass on Mansell? I believe he would have. Let's go on board. Close in quick. Oh wait, we went a much faster pace than Mansell. Yep, try and make the move. And go to the inside. Yep, exactly the same mistakes before, but the analysts went off. Whoa! Mansell went airborne right to the barrier. Mansell's able to get back on the track, but for Jan Lammers, he won't. Looks like Jan Lammers has finally made his match, and that is the end for the Dutchman. And Ayrton Senna, the race leader, is coming to the pits. Boots and Piquet have stayed out. Okay, so Senna's in the pits. Bellof is staying out. So it looks like Senna's going for an early pit strategy here. Okay, he's going to come in, and it looks like he's going to be straight out as well. So he's going to come out in 4th place. He's going to be ahead of Michele Alboreto. Is Alboreto paying the slap? No, he's not. Okay. So Senna comes out in 4th. Will it work to his advantage, or will it be a disadvantage? Because Boots and Piquet are not too far behind the back marker of Nigel Mansell, and which will probably slow him down. Stefan Bellof pushing hard to keep up, try and catch up to Piquet and Boots. I mean, he's been very, very quick this race. And we've got someone coming to the pits. That's Sal van der Merwe from 6th place is coming to the pits. Okay, so an early pit strategy as well from Merwe. This will either work to his advantage or will be his disadvantage. Okay, but we'll focus on Merwe as we see Boots and Piquet coming to the pits as well. A straight strategy for Sal van der Merwe. The question is, will the strategy work or will it not work for the South African? Because remember, those stuck in the train are stuck behind the back marker of Villeneuve, so that might end up being working to his advantage. Senna coming around the final corner. Boots and Piquet and Bellof are still in there. Senna looks like he's going to get past them. He's going to retake the lead. Boots is going to stay 2nd. Piquet stays 3rd. 4th for Bellof. Alboreto coming into the pits now. Can Alboreto coming out as quickly like those ahead of him? In fact, Senna's 5.4 seconds ahead, so he's had an amazing pit stop to go so far ahead. And Alboreto will stay 5th position. And looking at a lot of the trains coming into the pits, some of them is going to see staying out. I believe that's Johannes is staying out. Meta is staying out. Okay, this could work. This is the moment of truth for Merwe. Has the strategy worked, or has it backfired on the South African? Making his way around the final corner. So it looks like we've got some drivers coming out of the pits already. And Van Merwe is going to hold on. It's going to be an 8th at the moment, so he gets ahead of them. Arnu comes out 9th. Guerrero out of nowhere is going to come in 10th position. Nikki Lauda is going to be in 11th. In fact, well, Bellof came on the same lap as them, and he's going to be ahead, and he's going to come out ahead of some of the drivers in the train. So this is proving. So this is a very, very bizarre situation here. Let's say the top 10 are in the lead lap. 11th downwards have actually been lapped by Ayrton Senna. And that's it. Here's instead trying to lap Roberto Guerrero from Colombia. Okay, so things have gone pretty interesting. Boutsen is in second. He's trying to lap Derek Daly. And here comes Nelson Piquet making the move on Boutsen. And it looks like, and all of a sudden, well, we got their back markers are everywhere now. Okay, so this is a bizarre situation. You had some Metal come to the pits. So the moment of truth for Salvador Mary, has his strategy worked? Will he get into 6th position? Or will Johansson Meta stay ahead of them and Mary will have to sell for 8th? Coming out of the pits, looks like Johansson's just about to stay ahead, but he just about gets ahead of Schechter Meta for 8th. Let's see, here comes Rayon New trying to put the pressure on the Kenyan. Okay, so this is a situation I wasn't aware of. I didn't think it was going to happen. It's going to come out with all of the top 10 on the lead lap, and everyone downwards have been lapped at least once. But Senna leads, Piquet goes into second, but we're going to check the how things stand thanks to this pit stop. The biggest gainer, Guerrero and Arnoux, they started on the back row, yet they're in the back end of the points now. They gained 12 possessions each. Then the next biggest gainer is Lauda from 17th to 11th. And then the next biggest gainer after that is Derek Daly in 12th position. Now the biggest losers, Ed Cheever has lost the most possessions. He's gone to 17th place. Then Los Angeles is the next biggest loser, losing 5. And Walter Brunn lost 3, so that puts them 17th, 16th and 15th position respectively. Wow, so what a bizarre chain of events have happened here. So it is trying to lap Guerrero still. He's got someone right behind him. I believe that is Nikki Lauda that's right behind him. Yep, it is Nikki Lauda. Second place PK. He's trying to lap Los Angeles with Boutsen right behind him. Nigel Mansell goes fastest in this race. He's up to 14th. With a 104.4, and I say Los Angeles sets the fastest lap, 104.4 in 16th position. So humble brag, he's got the fastest lap of the race, but 16th position, he really needs to start pushing. He really needs to try and push hard as he can. Just hope for mistakes to happen to those that are ahead of him in this race. And we've had this. Oh no, Salvador Mary's gone off for South Africa. Oh, that's going to be heartbreaking for South Africa because Mary was doing pretty well. Okay, did Mary have an incident with Meta by any chance? There we go, coming around the corner. Okay, I'm willing to bet. Shout to Mary, tried to make a pass on. Yes, Mary go to the inside. And hits Mary, sends Mary off. Oh, no way. Mary's gone off the track. But can't get back on. Going to have to try and claw back some possessions as the kid. By saying Mary might actually be out of the race. Oh, that is heartbreaking. Because Salvador Mary did so well for South Africa. And I believe, though, and I imagine there'll be a lot of people cheering on Salvador Mary to get South Africa's first points of the season. And ensure that they were guaranteed in the top 20. The only upside from this is this put Nikki Lauda back in the top 10, so Nikki Lauda will score at least a point, but that's only just a measly consolation for the Austrian, because as it stands, he's not going to hold on to the lead of the championship because Bellof is 4th, Senna 1st, PK 2nd, and Boutsen 3rd. If you look at the intervals, which is something we don't really normally look, just want to check where everyone is between each other. Since, like I said, we've got a lot of drivers under a lap down, so Senna is 12 seconds ahead of second place PK, who's less than a second ahead of Boutsen and Bellof respectively. Then it's Alboreto 11 seconds behind Bellof. Then Johansson nearly half a minute behind 5th place Alboreto, but still doing pretty well in 6th place, which would be a great result for Sweden. With Schechter Meta only 7.7 seconds behind. It looks like Schechter Meta has been consistently faster than Stefan Johansson in this race, so he might catch up to him, just be behind him in 6th. Then it's Rayon New, just 2.5 seconds behind. He was right behind Meta, but he's definitely dropped quite a lot of the pace. And oh, we've got Thierry Boutsen had a crash, and so is PK. Oh, this changes everything. Okay, we need to get a replay and find out what happened to PK and Boutsen. Okay, that's very unexpected. I imagine Boutsen got impatient and decided it was time to make a move on the Brazilian. Needs to try to get as much points as he can. Ah, and Piquet goes off, goes airborne into the right into the barrier as well. Thierry Boutsen off to the side of the road. Can they both get back in this race? And not just like that. This is exactly what Bellof and Alboreto need. Is a mistake from the Brazilian and the Belgian. Oh, okay. So I actually thought it was going to be all settled till the end of the race, but I just got proven wrong right there. Okay, gaps, PK looks like it's not going anywhere. Alboreto makes his way to third, thanks to that. Boutsen's fourth. PK is trying to get back on the track. He does. He's going to get back on. He's going to be dumped to fifth though. Boutsen drops to fourth, thanks to Alboreto sneaking past him, getting to third, and Stefan Bellof going into second place. This is exactly what West Germany need to ensure they stay first place in the nations table, despite Senna winning this race. Oh, what? Oh, what? This could be. This could have championship ramifications thanks to Boutsen's mistake at trying to get past Piquet after getting too impatient to pass him. So, Senna started on pole and pretty much stayed ahead throughout the entire race, as he's only got one corner left to go. For the second time this season, along with the man who's got his second pole position of the season, Ayrton Senna, round the final corner, comes around to take the win here in New Zealand. Ayrton Senna wins the New Zealand race. An amazing performance from Ayrton Senna. Nikki Lauda will lose the championship lead, but will come out of it with 1 point. Stefan Bellof, with a lot of luck on his side, will keep West Germany ahead of the nations table and will come across in second position. Michele Alboreto, a very lucky man for himself and a very lucky team for Italy, will come around to get the final points position in the third place as we wait for everyone else to make their way across the finish line. And here we go, that is everyone made their way across the finish line. Ayrton Senna wins with 67 minutes, 12 seconds, almost exactly. Stefan Bellof 13.7 seconds down will finish in second. Alboreto taking third, Boutsen fourth. There's the second driver of Nelson Piquet who dropped down to fifth. There's Johansson, Meta, Arnu, Guerrero, the last driver on the lead lap. Then it's Nikki Lauda, a lap down but finished in the top 10 and will score one championship point for him. However, he will lose the lead of the championship. Looking further down, Derek Daly, Suzuki, Mansell, Braun, Ellis Angeles and Jacques Villeneuve one lap down from 11th to 16th. Then Jacques Villeneuve, the last finisher of the race, was 2 laps down in 17th. Then the retirement, South Van Mary. My heart goes out to him as he was doing an amazing job for South Africa, and the fact he qualified so well to begin with, was just cheering him on to score some points, but it just wasn't meant to be for him. Jan Lammers also retired, Jeff Brabham, Mark Surer, and Jorge Ricciardi didn't make it past the first lap, and he retired in 22nd, which was a disaster for himself and for Argentina because he qualified so well to begin with. So with that very dramatic and action-packed race out of the way, it is time to check the drivers and nations tables. After an action-packed race here in New Zealand, the championship standings show that Ayrton Senna takes the lead of the championship by 5 points over Stefan Bellof, with Michele Alboreto in third, and then tying for fourth is Nelson Piquet and Boutsen, who are ahead of Nikki Lauda, who've gone from first down to 6th position. Moving over to the nations table, West Germany leads the way with 125 points, which is 11 points more than second place Brazil. Italy are in third, ahead of Belgium and Austria to round off the top 5. On the bottom end of the scale, we have Argentina and Canada still in the bottom 2, who are going to end up being eliminated at the end of the next round if they cannot get themselves out of the bottom 2 spots. Can they do it? Well, in the next round we will find out their fates, with New Zealand and South Africa also in contention to be the ones sent home. So, final thoughts before we end the video here. Well, there's definitely a lot to take in, especially with how the race had gone. The drama with Boutsen, PK, the DNFing of Van der Merwe, Ricciardi's lap 1 DNF, and of course Jacques Villeneuve's misfortunes, which could have probably turned Canada's and Argentina's fortunes around had things worked out very, very differently. Of course, West Germany do lead the nations table, but Ayrton Senna leads the Drivers' Championship now. What will happen in the next round of the season? Who will be eliminated at the end of the next round? Well, we'll tune in and find out, and I hope you're looking forward to it as much as I am.